Good morning, happy Sunday. It is 6:45 in the morning. I just got finished making Sutton some of his breakfast. He's been up for about 45 minutes now. He woke up just a few minutes before 6. Sam and I woke up around I think 4:15 this morning. We always have our alarms set for 4 now because Sutton has just been going through constant sleep regressions, it feels like. We just get up at 4 and try to get some coffee in our system before he wakes up. So we actually had an hour to hang out this morning and drink some coffee and just hang out on the couch with the dogs. That is just so rejuvenating for us. That's kind of our us time, I guess, is in the morning, as long as we get up early enough to actually do it before Sutton wakes up. Sometimes Sutton wakes up at 4:30, sometimes he wakes up at 6. It's really just hit or miss depending on the day. When he gets up, he gets a bottle, and I make him chicken patty sausage from Trader Joe's and some hash browns and scrambled eggs. I try to get some good protein in his system, and then I make Sam and I our breakfast, which recently has been oatmeal with some fruit and peanut butter and stuff like that. So I'm about to do that. Today I am just going to vlog our Sunday. This is a pretty typical Sunday for us. We're gonna watch church this morning, and then we're going to head down to Castle Rock, which is 30 minutes south of us, and Sam is gonna go to a CrossFit workout. Sutton and I are gonna hang out for a little bit. I am currently wearing my big Rhode Island t-shirt. I've never been to Rhode Island, I don't think. If I have, I've just gone through it. I always get these big t-shirts from the guys section at Target. They're so comfy, cozy. I get them in the XXL. Being pregnant with them is the best, the bomb. I love them so much, and they're $10. So these are my jammies recently. It is 10:45 and we are actually about to leave soon. Church got done about 15-20 minutes ago, and Sutton woke up 10 minutes ago. So timing has been really perfect this morning. We have really struggled since moving to Denver to find a home church, and I think that has been tenfold because we also have Sutton, and sleep is such a big deal with him. Honestly, sleep has dictated so much of our lives. We had such a hard time with sleep with him in the first probably 8 to 9 months of life. We sleep trained him, and that was such a wonderful thing for all of us. So I'm really happy that we did that, and I know there's a lot of controversial opinions about that, but that is just what worked for us. And so now that he has consistent naps and a consistent bedtime routine, even though he's been waking up early, he goes to sleep really well, sleeps really well for his nap. And so we have maybe a little bit of PTSD, and we don't like to mess that up. And unfortunately, his first nap is during every single church hour. We just have committed to not going or picking a church service to go to. And so we just watched church today. Honestly, we just had this conversation too. As church was starting, we were just kind of man, we feel so guilty. Church is something we need to do and check off that box, but also our relationship with the Lord is still there. We love the Lord so much, and it's still there. It just feels like a box that we need to check off. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. Our mindset around it has been really hard recently, and it's really hard to articulate, but we're trying to give ourselves grace and just do what's best for us right now. Our friends actually stopped by 30 minutes before church started and brought us donuts, so that was really cool. We had some donuts while we watched church. But now we are going to head down to Castle Rock. little family outing. It's about 2:30 right now. Sutton just went down for his second nap of the day. Sam actually, unfortunately, ended up missing the CrossFit class because we got out of here too late, which is honestly just like typical parenting stuff. We still ended up going down to Castle Rock and just kind of walked around. There are some really cute like antique shops and a bunch of really cute shops in that downtown area, and then we also got some smoothies and just hung out. It's fun to just go out as a family and like hang out and do stuff like that. I didn't end up getting anything at the antique shops. I feel like it was like so overwhelming because there was so many cool things and I didn't have a lot of time. Like I had a wake window because I wanted to get back for Sutton's second nap, and so I feel like if I was alone I would have much more time to like soak in everything and be able to like pick through all the stuff, because at shops like that everything is just kind of like on top of each other and you really can't just like window shop and very quickly browse. You really have to like take your time and spend the time to find things that you want. Yeah, we just enjoyed ourselves and then we hung out at a little park there afterwards. Now that we are back home, I need to kind of prep for my week. Big one of those things is meal prepping. We really try to eat healthy and take minimal time to make food. Eating healthy helps us all sleep better, and I know that sounds crazy and I mention sleep so much, but sleep is so crucial. We lost so much sleep in the first like 9 months of Sutton's life. When he eats well, he sleeps better. When we eat well, we sleep better. And especially now that I'm pregnant, I have such bad pregnancy insomnia. I did with Sutton's pregnancy. I feel like it's a little bit better in this pregnancy, but in Sutton's pregnancy, I had such bad pregnancy insomnia and I definitely still wake up every single night. And so I have a better night of sleep when I eat better. Usually the week prior, around like Wednesday or Thursday, I kind of like write down everything I want to make for the following week. I know this sounds really silly, but I look at the weather because the weather is just so crazy here in Colorado. Like today, there was a high wind warning of like 100-mile-an-hour winds, which is why I am wearing a sweater today and not some sort of cute springy outfit. I always look at the weather and then kind of like prep meals, especially around this time of year. Obviously, when it gets more summer weather, it's pretty predictable. It'll be hot every day. But for instance, this coming week, it's like cold in the beginning of the week, and then once we hit like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that, we're getting into the 70s. I like to change it up and still make healthy, wholesome, good meals. So I actually got groceries yesterday. Usually I have the meals for the next week laid out, and then I get my groceries based on the meals that I have laid out. This week was a little weird. I didn't lay out the meals, which is kind of unlike me. And so I am just going to base this next week of food off of a lot of the stuff that I got, and if I need any few extra things, I can just run with Sutton tomorrow to like Trader Joe's or something like that. I also utilize the Notes app in my phone. I feel like I sound so OCD, but this just helps me stay organized as a mom. I have like a weekly dinner note, I guess, and it's for the next 2 weeks. Yesterday during grocery shopping, I picked up a package of chicken and a pork roast, actually, which is kind of unique. I don't usually get pork roast, but they were really good price. I also picked up veggies and fruit and just like potatoes and things like that because we just always eat that kind of stuff. But this week is a little unique because last week I actually ended up making a whole 20-pound turkey. I always get like a sale turkey after Thanksgiving is over in November, and then I throw it in the freezer, and I usually end up making it around this time of year. And so we made that turkey last week, and so we have a lot of leftover turkey. I'm gonna use that turkey the beginning of this week to make some turkey soup and pot pie, because those are just really good, wholesome meals for the colder weather days. And so I need to figure out the meals that I'm gonna make like Thursday through Sunday when it's nice outside. I'm gonna figure out those meals right now, and then after I figure out those meals, if I have some time, I'm going to throw together that pot pie that we're going to have this week, and I'm going to just put it in the fridge. 5:30 right now. We just finished dinner. This is like the nicest it's been all day. The wind has finally died down. We are actually going to go get ice cream, I think, at this place called Bonnie Bray here in Denver. I also have this little thing that I've been wanting to do with Sutton since he turned 1. This isn't our permanent home, but I've always imagined having like beams for my kiddos of like measuring their height when they turn different years old. I want to get some sort of piece of wood or something at Home Depot or Lowe's and mark Sutton's height. There is a Home Depot, I believe, like a mile down the road from Bonnie Bray. So we're gonna hit up the ice cream place and then we are going to kind of gauge how Sutton feels. And if he is doing okay, then we'll just head over to Home Depot. We're just gonna store these until we are in like our forever home. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. That is the plan for tonight before we put Sutton down. We just put Sutton down. We were out for ice cream and we looked down at our phones and we were like, oh my gosh, it's almost 7, so we better get home and get Sutton to sleep. So we didn't end up going to Home Depot or Lowe's, so that will have to be for another day, which is disappointing, but we just ran out of time and it was way more important to get Sutton to sleep on time. So he just now fell asleep according to my app. We got home and pretty much immediately went into his bedtime routine, which is really just bath, and then we both go into his room with him and get him in his little sleeper and his sleep sack. I read to him while Sam holds him and gives him a bottle. I love our little nighttime routine. It's so nostalgic reading some of these books that I read when I was a little kid. Well, I guess like my parents read to me when I was a little kid. And honestly, after we put him down, Sam usually finishes up dishes in the kitchen from dinner, which is what he's doing right now, and I hop into bed and we go to bed pretty much when he goes to bed because we wake up really early in the morning. So I guess that is the end of this little Sunday vlog. Thank you guys for watching this video and for sticking along with this vlog if you've made it this far. It was really fun to do a little Sunday vlog. I love Sundays. This is one of my favorite days, so I'm glad you guys were a part of it. I love you guys and I will see you soon.